Hey everybody, welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups. Today we're going to be talking about The Replacer from Aftershock Comics. That's right everybody, thanks for checking out the video. Welcome to Pop Culture Philosophers. I'm Rockin Robbie Billups. Today I'll be reviewing and recapping and talking about The Replacer, which is a 64-page graphic novella that was released last week from Aftershock Comics. It was not included on the weekly comic book review because my shop was delayed our copies, but I did get them. I got a chance to sit down and read it. This book was awesome. It's fantastic. A horror fan, definitely need to check it out, especially if you're a horror fan of horror movies from the 80s and stuff, because there's a lot of nice references to that. As you can tell by the cover, which completely replicates like an old VHS or something like that, right? This is written by Zac Thompson. It's got artwork by Arjuna Susini. It's colored by Dee Cunniffe, and it's got lettering by Marshall Dillon. An astounding team. Fantastic stuff. Zac Thompson is one of the architects right now behind the Age of X-Men. He also did The Dregs, which was an amazing comic book that was talking about the homeless problem in Vancouver and stuff like that. Really great, right? This is a nice one-and-done story. It's a graphic novella, meaning it's 64 pages for $7.99, roughly the page count of 3 issues, right? And it's done magnificently. It's done so well. The basic gist of the story is based on a real-life experience from writer Zac Thompson when he was young and had a disabled parent that all of a sudden made him feel helpless, made him feel a little traumatized, and he had to come up with whatever he could think of to kind of explain what exactly had happened to his parent. In The Replacer, it's the same kind of story. This kid is fascinated with the idea, though, that his dad, who has just recently suffered a stroke, is now, in fact, actually possessed by a demon. And it does it fantastically well. The script is really tight and it's really good and it's very economic and very efficient. Great stuff there. The artwork by Arjuna Susini is great. Really cool stuff. It's creepy, it's claustrophobic, it's exactly what it needs to do. You add in Cunniffe's coloring and it just makes one real splendid horror experience. And I love the format of this book. I love the graphic novella. Yeah, sure, they could have released this as a 3-issue miniseries, right? But then they would have, like, each chapter would have had a definitive beginning, middle, and end. Instead, what we get is we get a whole story that's got a beginning, middle, and end, but not like a big $15 or $20 investment to check it out. $7.99, roughly the price of 2 comic books nowadays. Basically, it's great bang for your buck. It's a great package. It's great artwork. It's got great lettering that just leads you right on through perfectly. This book was really something special, and I know that sometimes it seems real difficult to justify a $7.99 price tag, but when you're getting quality content like this, that's all a nice one package, one story, beginning, middle, and end, and a very satisfactory story. Like I said, it's got a lot of references to some old school VHS 80s horror movies and stuff like that. Things like The Evil Dead, The Shining, The Exorcist. So if you're fans of those movies, if you're a fan of the horror genre, especially from the 80s and into the 90s, the story is set in 1995. So you're actually going to get a lot of 90s nostalgia thrown in there as well. So I loved it as a trip back. I loved it as a period horror piece. And I loved it as an exploration of a child dealing with grief. When all of a sudden his father has been just, his able-bodied, able-minded father has just been stripped from him, and now he's dealing with all this frustration, all this anger, all this sadness, all this tragedy, right? And the way that comes out in the story with the idea of the demon, really cool stuff, great characters, great pacing throughout the entire issue. Like I said, I love the artwork. It's raw, it's rough when it needs to be, it's exceptionally well done, fantastic colors, great lettering. This is all around just a great package. We've been talking about some really good horror comics out there right now. Yesterday we were talking about Bag of Bones, Road of Bones, my bad. Today, The Replacer. This is out right now. You can go get it. If your shop doesn't have it, let them know that you want it. If they don't have it, jump online, get it digitally, get it from another shop, get it from somewhere. This book is awesome. If you like horror comics, you're definitely going to love it. If you love horror movies, you're definitely going to love it, especially if you like the stuff back in the day. So thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Let me know what you think of The Replacer if you've read it in the comments down below. I've been Rockin Robbie Billups. Please do like, share, and subscribe, and join us over at popculturephilosophers.com for podcasts and a whole lot more. Thanks for rocking with us. Keep on reading.